What is your name?
Sheryl Stoddard,
Where are you from?
Oak Park, Michigan.
How old are you on September 11th, 2001?
35.
And where were you on September 11th when we were attacked?
At work.
Where did you work?
Jewish Family Service.
How did you find out about the attacks?
Somebody I worked with came in to tell a bunch of people that I was with that they had just seen a plane hit the World Trade Center on a small TV that we had in one of the offices.
What were you doing at the time?
Working.
Have you ever visited the World Trade Center or the Pentagon before September 11th?
No.
What were your first feelings or emotions when you heard about the attacks?
Shock, and then as the day progressed, fear.
So you were afraid for the safety of your family?
Yes.
What actions did you take?
I called the school where my two older children were to find out what they were doing with the school, and they were in lockdown, and we were sure that they wouldn't be going out for recess or anything like that. And I called the daycare where you were at to find out what was going on with the babies, since you were very small. You were only 5 months old at that time, and you were at Tyndall, and they too were on lockdown, and assured me that that they were going to follow lockdown procedures.
So we went on vacation a few weeks ago, and we visited one of the 9/11 memorials, and what was that like for you?
It was a kind of hard to believe that this type of thing happened, and then actually seeing it, the place where the plane crashed, really became kind of like a reality. So it was a very kind of sad feeling.
So remind us of where you were again. What memorial?
We were at the Flight 93 Memorial outside of Pittsburgh.
What do you think of the government's reaction to the attacks?
I think the government did the right. I mean, immediately following, I think there was confusion before people knew exactly what was going on when the attacks were going on. But I think once it became known and clarified what really was going on, I think the government did a good job.
Do you support the additional security at the airports?
Yes.
Why?
Because I would rather wait and have restrictions and be inconvenienced to stay alive and be able to fly safely and not have to worry that something's going to happen on an airplane.
Do you believe the nation is safer today as a result of the changes that took place?
Yes.
Why?
Because, knock on wood, that type of thing hasn't happened again since 9/11 with the airplanes. It's been a couple attacks or copycats, and they have not gone, it has not happened. It hasn't come to fruition.
Has 9/11 changed you personally?
Yes.
How?
It's the first war in my lifetime that I actually, was living and an adult and had a family and was, it's different than studying a war, World War I or World War II in school. It was an actual war during my lifetime, and it has made us really show our vulnerabilities and prove that no one really is safe anywhere. It used to be that America felt they were isolated, having oceans on both sides, and it doesn't really matter anymore.
What lessons should be learned from 9/11?
That anything can happen to anyone at any time, and you never know, and that to be cautious and always know your surroundings, but most importantly, to enjoy life and live each day the best you can, because you never know when it could be taken away.
And why do you think it is important for students to learn about September 11th, 2001?
For the same things that I just said. This is all in their lifetimes when they were all small babies. that this was going on, at, so vulnerable, and they were so young. And it's just an important lesson to learn, about our state and the world that we live in, and educating yourself and taking precautions, and not taking anything for granted is the most important thing.
Okay. Thanks, Mom. You rock.